Welcome, friends. The screen fades in with rain pouring down heavily. A young girl in a wheelchair is sitting alone by the roadside, soaked, shivering, and holding a small paper bag close to her chest. Tears mix with the rain as her eyes look hopelessly at the ground. Beside her lies an old suitcase telling a silent story of struggle and pain. Suddenly, the headlights of a luxury car cut through the storm. A millionaire single dad steps out, his little daughter holding his hand. The daughter notices the crying girl first. She gently pulls off her own scarf and runs toward the wheelchair, wrapping it softly around the girl's trembling shoulders. The man kneels down, looking into the disabled girl's eyes with warmth and compassion. His voice is calm but firm, filled with kindness. "You don't have to suffer out here alone. Come with me. You deserve a home, safety, and love." The girl looks stunned, her lips trembling as she whispers, "Why? Why would you help me?" The man smiles faintly, glancing at his daughter, who is now holding the girl's hand. "Because sometimes family isn't about blood, it's about the love we choose to give." The camera slowly pulls back as the man helps the girl into his car, his daughter sitting beside her, smiling. The rain still pours, but now the atmosphere feels filled with hope and warmth. Friends, this was not just a story, it's a message. Kindness can change someone's entire world. So don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, and share. And remember, you are watching Soul of Kindness. The car pulls into the driveway of a grand mansion. The storm still rages outside, but inside, warm golden light glows from the windows. The disabled girl, still in her wheelchair, looks in disbelief as the doors open to reveal a home more beautiful than she had ever imagined. The millionaire single dad gently wheels her inside. His little daughter runs ahead, laughing, as if welcoming her into a fairy tale. The girl's eyes widen. She sees a large fireplace crackling, a cozy blanket draped over a chair, and the smell of fresh food from the kitchen. She whispers with trembling lips, This can't be real. People like me don't belong in a place like this." The man kneels beside her, his eyes filled with compassion. "No, people like you, people with strength, courage, and a heart that survived pain. You belong here, more than anyone else. This is your home now." Tears streamed down her face. She had spent years feeling invisible, discarded, unwanted. But now, a stranger had given her something she had never known, dignity and love. His little daughter brings a cup of hot cocoa and places it in the girl's hands. With her innocent smile, she says, "Don't cry. Daddy says when you come to our home, you're family, and family never cries alone." The camera captures the girl breaking down, crying not from sadness, but from finally being seen, finally being loved. She clutches the cup to her chest as the father places his hand on her shoulder, promising silently that her life of suffering has ended tonight. The scene closes with the girl whispering softly through her tears, "For the first time, I feel like I matter." The night passes, and the storm outside fades into a peaceful morning. Sunlight filters through the mansion's tall windows, touching the face of the disabled girl as she wakes in a warm bed, something she hadn't felt in years. For the first time, she isn't on the streets. She isn't cold. She isn't alone. She tries to sit up, her hands trembling. She looks around and sees the little daughter, already sitting beside her with crayons, drawing on a piece of paper. The little girl proudly holds it up. A picture of 3 people holding hands, her father, herself, and the disabled girl. "Look," the daughter beams. "This is us. Now you're part of our family." The woman's eyes fill with tears, but before she can reply, the millionaire single dad walks in, carrying a tray of breakfast. He sets it down and smiles warmly. "You don't have to fight the world alone anymore. You have us now." Overwhelmed, the girl finally speaks her truth. Her voice shakes as she reveals her past. I lost my family in an accident. I've been on my own ever since. People only saw my wheelchair, not me. No one wanted to help. No one, until you." Her pain fills the room, but instead of pity, there's only love in their eyes. The man kneels beside her, his hand gently covering hers. "Then let us be your family. Your past was filled with pain, but your future begins here." The camera lingers on the girl's face as tears pour down, but this time they are tears of healing. She clutches the little drawing against her chest, her heart breaking open with hope. In the background, soft music swells as the girl finally whispers, Maybe I wasn't abandoned by life. Maybe I was just waiting to find the right people." The father and daughter embrace her tightly, a new family formed not by blood, but by kindness, choice, and love. A few weeks later, the camera opens on a grand charity event in a luxurious hall filled with wealthy guests, reporters, and flashing cameras. The millionaire single dad is standing at the stage, dressed in a sharp black suit. Beside him is his little daughter, smiling proudly. But then, to everyone's surprise, he wheels the disabled girl onto the stage. Gasps fill the room. Whispers ripple through the crowd. Who is she? Why is she here? The girl's hands tremble on the wheelchair armrest, her heart racing with fear. She whispers to the man, "I don't belong here." "They'll laugh at me." The man leans close, his voice steady, powerful, full of love. "You belong here more than anyone else, and today the world will see your worth." He steps to the microphone, his voice commanding the room. "Ladies and gentlemen, for years we measured wealth by money and power, but true wealth is kindness." This young woman was left forgotten in the rain, but today she is no longer alone. She is family. He turns and places his hand gently on her shoulder. From this day forward, she is not disabled, she is strong. She is loved. She is my daughter's sister, and my daughter as well. The hall falls silent. Then slowly applause begins, soft at first, then louder and louder, until the entire hall stands to their feet, clapping with tears in their eyes. The girl can't hold back her emotions. She covers her face, sobbing uncontrollably. The little daughter hugs her tightly, whispering, "See, the whole world knows now, you're family." The camera pulls back as the crowd continues to cheer, capturing a powerful image, a millionaire. His little girl and the once forgotten disabled girl, now standing proudly before the world as a family bound not by blood, but by love. Welcome, friends. The charity event ends and the family returns home. The disabled girl sits quietly by the fireplace, holding the drawing the little daughter gave her weeks ago, 3. People holding hands. She looks at it, her eyes full of tears. The millionaire single dad walks over, kneeling in front of her. His daughter curls up beside the girl, resting her head on her lap as if she's always been her sister. The man's voice trembles, but is filled with courage. "I have more money than I'll ever need, but money means nothing if I don't use it to heal broken hearts. Tonight, I don't just want to give you a home. I want to give you a future. I want to adopt you as my daughter." The girl gasps, her hand flying to her mouth. Tears stream down her face. She shakes her head in disbelief. "Me? Adopt me? But I'm broken. Why would you want me?" The little daughter takes her hand and whispers with a child's innocence, "Because you're perfect for us. I prayed for a sister and God sent me you." The man adds firmly, his eyes locked on hers, "You are not broken. You are a miracle. From now on, you'll never be left in the rain again. From now on, you are my family." The girl collapses into tears, her entire body shaking as years of pain and loneliness melt away. She leans into their embrace, whispering, "For the first time, I feel like I finally have a place in this world." The camera rises, showing the 3 of them hugging in front of the glowing fire. The rain still falls softly outside, but inside there is warmth, safety, and love. The narrator's voice closes the story. Friends, this wasn't just a tale, it was a reminder. One act of kindness can rewrite an entire life. Because family is not always born, it is chosen. Text fades on the screen. Like, subscribe, comment, and share. You are watching Soul of Kindness.